Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I am Clementine, and as always, I am Super Saiyan, but never mind that. As musical peoples, we build and buy and collect thousands of dollars of monitors and headphones, all in search of one thing: the truth. The truth of what we're recording, the truth of what our mix sounds like, and for a long time, that truth has come with a price tag of thousands of dollars or more. But what if I told you you could get that same truth for a little bit over 200 bucks from the same exact company that builds custom IEMs for famous people that cost thousands of dollars? This is the Tipsy M3. It uses the same hybrid technology found in those high-end custom IEMs to deliver incredible detail and clarity. We'll do an unboxing, compare it to some studio standard headphones such as Sony MDR7506 and the Bear Dynamic DT990. I'll also compare them to their $100 little brother and tell you how to get a free bonus when you pick up a pair of either. Then I'll put it to the ultimate test by tracking, recording, and mixing a complicated prog rock style track similar to something like Tool or A Perfect Circle. If this sounds like something you might be interested in, stay tuned!
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
How about that for a fancy looking box? While I open it, let's talk a little bit about the company Tipsy. Tipsy Audio was started in 2016 by recording engineer Masan Lee. After he got spoiled by the Genelec 1038s in a Hollywood studios, he couldn't find any IEMs that actually sounded decent to him. His direct quote is, "For people like us, 99% accuracy is a 100% failure, so I had to build what I couldn't find." And that's exactly what he means. Masan is a true artist. He designs these things from scratch. They're hand assembled, poured, polished from a skin-friendly acrylic, and then they go through rigorous testing in his studio. His main business is really building custom IEMs for famous artists throughout Asia. If you got the coin, he can make pretty much anything you want. Any colors, any kind of logos, shape to your personal ear shape. But lucky for us, he actually makes universal fit IEMs as well at an affordable price. So, if you like me are a sucker for fancy packaging, this checks all those boxes. You get a little envelope inside, which has your product information cards and an owner's manual. And there is a metal and rubber tin, which contains 3 sets of rubber earpieces as well as a memory foam set, which is what I'll be using. You also get a pretty skookum cable with these that comes with a solid metal end and a 1/4-inch adapter that's also solid metal. But let's look at these IEMs. And they are tiny, like smaller than a nickel tiny. And for something with 3 drivers and a crossover inside of it, that's pretty wild. They are, however, very pretty, and since they are hand poured, every set is going to look a little bit different, like a fingerprint. Being as small as these are, they're pretty hard to film actually, but I'm trying to turn it around where you can see that sound path inside. There's almost like a bass box inside with the highs up above it, and they have separate sound paths with like a bass port. And inside of here there is a crossover that sends all the low frequency to the dynamic driver and all the high and mid frequencies to a set of balanced armatures. This titanium coated dynamic driver works much like a small speaker with a diaphragm and a coil and a magnet. But the balanced armatures, however, are a totally different animal. That thing's got magnets around a reed. It works in a completely different way. It's super light and has an armature in there that moves back and forth and creates the sound. So let's put these things together, plug them in, and get some honest reactions. Wow. Okay, the top end on these is super clear. This is almost like a DT990s. It's got the air on the top. But overall I'd say flat. Very flat. But that, I hear that, this Tupac changes, and I hear that shitting, shitting in this ear. Okay, when the levee breaks. Soundstage. That's the first thing I notice. Insane soundstage. Harmonica over here, guitar over here. I can even tell that the kick is more over here than it is over here. Wow. Before he sang, he went blah blah blah. I heard his mouth open. I want to hear Uptown Funk. I don't care for Bruno Mars, but I need to know. Oh, the sound stage. Damn, bro. First impressions are one thing, but the true test of a professional monitor is how it performs when you're actually using it to create. So, before we get into these graphs and technical specs, I'll show you exactly how I put these things to work. I tracked, recorded, and mixed a song from the ground up with only the Tipsy M3s as my monitors. What you're about to see and hear is the raw footage of that session, and you'll hear for yourself if these things are truly the truth tellers that I claim them to be. I was able to get a balanced mix with these incredibly fast, and with that super good soundstage, it was so easy to make my panning decisions. And also, you don't really have to mix very much when you have them in your ear, and you can hear how it's supposed to be and dial the tone in while you're recording. It's kind of like cheating. These have that mid-high truth bump in them like NS10s. When I first heard them, I thought they sounded a lot like a Bear Dynamic DT990s, but in an A-B comparison, the DTs sounded scooped. It's more like the detail of the DTs, but like the balance of the MDR 7506s. When I compared them with those, I found that the IEMs actually sounded closer to my monitors, which is pretty incredible for something that's smaller than a nickel that only costs $220. There's a link to this in the description, and it is an affiliate link. I am trying to hook up with this company in every way that I can. I am thoroughly impressed. I also have an affiliate link for the M1, which is a single driver version, which is only $99. If we look at the frequency graph, what you give up It was a little bit of the top end reveal, and it's more of like a smoother, balanced sound. I think about it as comparing a dual driver NS10 with a crossover to something like a Aurotone. As you can see, I use both, and it's not a coincidence that I'll be doing a full review on the M1 very soon. And as a bonus, anyone who purchases from either one of these links can contact the support team for Tipsy at sales@tipsyaudio.com and give them your order info. They'll send you a free set of high quality ear tips. I also want y'all to know that I didn't get paid to do this, and they gave me full permission to tell you if they suck. Well, that just about does it for this video. I'm Clementine. You have been watching Heavy Metal ATC. Till next time.